Well, one holiday classic continues to delight all ages of audiences. The Nutcracker and the Mouse King made its first debut as an opera on stage in 1892. The only successful part was the Nutcracker music. Still, in 2016, the Nutcracker entertained sold-out audiences of all ages. With us this morning, Gil Boggs. He's the Colorado Ballet's artistic director, principal dancer, Dana Benton as Clara, and the Nutcracker Prince soloist dancer, Francisco Estevez. Nice to have you all on the show. Hi. Welcome back. So, Gil, I mean, audiences keep coming back year after year, and some make it a holiday tradition. Why do you think it's so popular?
Because we're really good.
I like that. Hey, no, it's not cocky if you can back it up, pal. That's
exactly.
right.
You'll see a standing ovation pretty much every performance. But, you know, children grow up with this, and then when they get older, they bring their young family as well. So it turns into a tradition for families. It
has to be a challenge for you, though, each year to keep it alive and to keep it fresh. How do you do that?
We start about 3 weeks out before we go into the theater, putting it together, and we get into rehearsals, and I kind of let these guys ad-lib a little bit and change things up, and most of it makes it to the stage, some of it not quite.
They're like, nope, that's not happening. So what would you say is the most famous acts from the Nutcracker?
Oh, I think the battle scene with the mice into the transformation of the prince into the snow pond, and then in the first act with the snow scene and all the snow falling. I think it's just beautiful.
It is, and the costumes are beautiful.
Yes,
how many costumes on stage?
We're around 300.
Wow, 300. Gosh, for the costume and wardrobe department, congratulations. That's a lot of work. So, Miss Dana, what makes Dancing the Nutcracker so special and so different from other ballets? You've been on the show before, and you're quite accomplished.
Probably just because we do know it so well, and we keep coming back to it, and there's so many different families coming, and it's just a holiday tradition, and it's just a joy for us.
Explain the personality of Clara.
In the beginning, in the party scene, she's a little bit teasing of her brother, Fritz, and then she falls in love with, you know, the prince over here.
Oh,
yeah.
La la la. And as the principal dancer, you get into the character as Clara. Yes. How do you go about doing that? I mean, is it just natural for you, or do you have to wait until you put on the costume and the makeup?
At this point, it's a little bit natural for me. I really channel my inner child and get out there and really bug my brother Fritz, and we have a lot of fun in party scene. And then once I put my hair, my fake hair on, and my costume, it just all comes together.
I would imagine every little girl just looks up to you. How fun it is. And then Mr. Francisco, otherwise known as the Nutcracker Prince.
Yes.
How magical is it for you? I mean, it has to be pretty stunning to play that part and on stage.
Yes, it is. Like Dana said, it's a holiday tradition, and it's very nice to be a part of that. Every family that comes, it's really nice to be a part of that as well. But it's also really great because we do it so often that we are able to bring in, like Gil said, that little special thing that we maybe want to try on this year.
That's good. And does that help? Because is it challenging day after day to play the same role on stage, or is it like live TV? You never know what's going to happen.
It can be, but at the same time, like Gil says, and many of us believe as well, that it is someone's first Nutcracker out there. So it's always inspiring to, despite the, sometimes it can get a little mundane doing the same part day after day, that you are possibly inspiring someone to go into the arts or be a ballet dancer.
That's so true.
In the future.
I also think it's quite impressive that you all perform with a live orchestra. Does that really make a difference?
It really does. It really does, because it adds a different dimension to the performance. You know, sometimes recorded music is great and it's consistent, but it can be sometimes flat. And when you add that third, well, not third, but that next element to it, the live music really makes a big, big difference. And
Gil, quickly, I mean, the set has to be so important for the Nutcracker.
It's very important. It has to be, I don't want to say opulent, but just beautiful, and especially that breakaway scene before the battle scene. You know, it's very tricky to make that happen. And then, you know, the Land of the Sweets is just beautifully done.
Well, look at that picture. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Thank you for giving us a sneak peek, and congratulations to another fantastic year of the Nutcracker. You can make the Nutcracker a tradition with your family and friends. Head to the Ellie Calkins Opera House now until December 24th. Purchase those tickets online, coloradoballet.org. Performances are at 1 p.m., 6:30 p.m., and 7:30 p.m.